Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cancer's Casket. Today, I'm in front of the cancer care building over here, and today's episode, I wanted to talk about the agony, the misery, the torture that I made you guys believe that hospitals are. But is that really true? Let's go take a peek and see what it really is. Hey everyone, I just got back from the front desk. I'm currently in the waiting room. I gotta whisper a little bit because I don't want to, there's other people here and I don't want to be the weird guy filming in the corner. The first thing I wanted to talk about is environment. Currently I'm in a peds unit, so it's going to be a lot more childish, a lot more vibrant. I have a lot more stuff for joy. But depending on what you are, like if you're an adult, you're most likely going to be in a barren white room. There's not going to be anything around you. It's going to be bad. In general, your environment can really also like determine your mood. Like just imagine like you're in a room with like butterflies, colors, right? You're going to feel pretty okay. But then you're in a room that looks like something that looks like you're in the morgue. You're like, that's not gonna cut it. In terms of environment, I'm gonna rate every general thing. And in terms of environment, I'm gonna give it, depending on your situation, I'm gonna vary from peds to adults. Peds, I'm probably gonna give it like a 3.5. Adults, I'm gonna give it 1.2. Let's continue. Another important thing that may happen while in hospital is that you'll either get like a surgery or some sort of x-ray or ultrasound just to determine what it is you have. Usually they do these to see what you have and then make a diagnosis and then see what they do to fix you. These can depend and vary on what it is. Surgeries usually are a lot more scarier than getting an x-ray, but I'm gonna group these all into one, and I'm gonna give this one a rating of a solid 2.2. It can be really bad, but it can also be pretty okay. Just came back from getting my lumbar puncture, and I have now accessed. And so the accessing process is fairly simple, for me at least. It's just a quick poke, and since I have something called an EMLA patch, I'll get into that in another video. It's very simple. It's very okay. But for others, you may get poked in your hand, like the forearm, your like inner elbow. I don't know what that's called, but the inner elbow. But yeah, that's basically accessing. For me specifically, I'll give it a 4.5, but for a regular person, I'll give it a 4. All right, everyone. Now that I've been accessed, I have my medication over here. So I've been accessed. I've got my medication going. And on the topic of medication, we're just going to go over like IVs or just in general. At this point, I don't really feel much symptoms. Like specifically this one, I'm trying to get this recording done quickly because if I don't, my voice is going to get really nasally. That's the problem with this one. The medication, I'd say, is it varies, but for the most part now it's fine. Symptoms before, pretty bad, but in general, if you can get over this part's pretty simple in my opinion compared to everything else. It's not really annoying. It's the annoying part is the symptoms afterwards. So I'm gonna have to give this one. I'm gonna give this one like a 2.8. 2.8, not bad. All right, guys, it is time to chow. It is time to eat some good food. And currently, I have some food over here in like a Tupperware. I will be chowing on that really quickly. But it leads me to the topic of hospital food. You think food is food. Food, I'll ingest it, right? Not when you're in a hospital, because generally what they do is they put no seasonings, no spices or anything, because like generally a patient can't, like depending on what they're there for, they most likely can't have spices in their food or seasonings. So you'll get like bland rice, you'll get bland vegetables, bland steak. And this is a hot take, right? But I don't like gravy, and they serve gravy with every single meat they give here. So I know it's a controversial take coming from a Canadian. I don't like gravy. Sue me. Yeah, I'm gonna chow some food. Food in general, I'm not the biggest fan. Honestly, don't eat at a hospital. It ain't good. It ain't good. Figure out a way to make other food, okay? Solid 1 star out of 10. I mean, 1 out of 5. 1 star. And I'm free, boys. Well, for another month. Two more things I wanted to mention now that I'm leaving. The first one is, staff. For the most part, staff and doctors, pretty chill. Pretty chill. Sometimes a little stressful at times. It can be a little bit of a handful, but chill. But nurses is a different story. Nurses, 5 out of 5. Best you can ask for. Totally underrated. Yeah, good job, nurses. 5 stars. All right, guys, we are finally free from the hellhole that was today. I was going to talk about this on my way back to the car, but something that I cannot rate, 5 stars or anything like that is pharmacy. Screw pharmacy, man. Dude, this day could have been way easier, insanely easier if it wasn't because of pharmacy. Let me explain, right? I was on my way to my lumbar puncture. I get there, wait like 20 to 30 minutes just to be attended. I go in there, and then guess what happens? The chemo hadn't been made yet. The chemo was not made yet, so I had to wait another hour for the chemo to be done. So I tried to go to get my other stuff done. Guess what? Pharmacy hadn't done that either. So yeah, I cannot rate pharmacy anything better than a -3. I'm sorry, pharmacy, but I'm not sorry. One last thing before the day's over. Departures or leaving hospitals. Feels pretty good. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna take that shower and let's get out of here. I'm 2.5 hours away from the city. Let's get home.